Well, for the latest on events in Iraq and Syria, I'm joined by Middle East expert Adel Darwish. Good evening, Adel.
Good evening.
Where Ali Anwar al-Hazi is concerned, he is a top-level target, isn't he? Intelligence must have been very good in order to pinpoint him.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He was actually, there was always a story that the Congress trying to find out when Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State, and she actually wiped away all her emails from the computer. How much the State Department knew about contacts in the CIA and a group of militants who attacked the Benghazi embassy and killed Ambassador Chris Stevens, who was a very, very good Arabist, and I was extremely sad when he died. It was 2012. So there was some kind of intelligence link, and still the Congress trying to find out. But now the Americans must have known his whereabouts. He's now not only joined ISIL, the Islamic State, but he's actually moved to Iraq and Syria there. Now, that is actually a blow to ISIL. First of all, it actually would break the link of trying to make this global network between North Africa, Syria and Iraq, and also the Boko Haram in Nigeria. So that's quite interesting blow to Al-Qaeda.
You mean his death reduces their ability to integrate IS into other Islamic terrorist groups?
Well, yes. I mean, he was actually a good communicator, but how much the CIA actually is knowing and not telling us? And B, if they really have that intelligence, why aren't they acting on it faster and faster, especially giving help to the Kurds, especially how much link is actually happening through Turkey? How did he go there? This is the CIA really have a lot to answer here.
So they could have moved more swiftly. Nevertheless, this clearly removes a key Islamic terrorist who was, you know, had some standing on the international stage.
He has, and he still got links with Libya. There, the terrorist groups going on in Libya. It's rather more actually dangerous, but it's a significant setback there. And I wish actually there's more strikes, because the CIA probably know more. Can they actually convince, or can someone convince President Obama to be much more proactive and take the fight into the heartland of ISIL?
Well, that is the criticism. Never mind taking the fight into the fight into the heartland. You've also got the fact that there is some criticism that President Obama has been tactical but not strategic.
Absolutely. He is actually trying to play too many pawns on the chessboard. For example, you've been reporting how the Kurds have actually making advances now, and we said here many times on Arise TV that the Kurds should be giving arms, but he does not want to upset the central government. But secondly, more important, the area that the Kurds taking now, if they actually can isolate ISIL, cut the supply line from Turkey, and the role Turkey is playing, and the role Iran is playing in the south, all of this President Obama is cautious of, and he's more tactical, as you said, not strategic.
But the Kurdish fighters have done well. Now they've taken a centre of population which is only 30 kilometres from Raqqa. Now they're moving closer and closer now to IS's stronghold, aren't they?
Yes, I think they would be very cautious actually to launch an attack on Raqqa itself, because we will defend it suicide bombers. The Kurds are actually proper fighters, not suicide bombers, and the IS have much heavier weapons than the Kurds. The Kurds have been urging Britain, been urging NATO, been urging France and the United States to give them heavy arms. Even the small weapons has to go through Baghdad, again, because the President Obama's deal with Iran. Iran pulls the strings in Baghdad. They do not want to see the Kurds have a separate entity. And why the Kurds have been fighting bravely? They had a de facto democracy and de facto independence since Saddam was there. The second part of this sort of weak strategy is Turkey. Turkey is playing its card to support ISIL, does not want to see the Kurds have independence.
Especially since the Kurds gained so much ground in the recent election.
They gained so much ground in the recent election inside Turkey itself, and President Erdogan see the whole idea of political Islam as he sees it, non-violent political Islam taking over, has been reversed. So already he might play some nasty cards there and think that's something the Americans should be aware of. But I'm not really holding my breath on President Obama.
OK, Adel Darwish, Middle East expert, thank you so much for joining us here on Arise News.